sorry.
I'm sure it picked it up just fine.
It doesn't. When it's
Well,
plugged in, it doesn't pick anything up. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry. So we have to start over.
Oh my gosh.
This microphone.
Let's do it again.
This week's video is all about the money.
Money, 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 money.
Budgeting. What is our budget? Super common question is, how much does this cost? We're going to talk about what our personal budget is, and we're going to try to break things down for you just based on our build.
We felt we could comfortably spend $15,000
Total.
all in.
And that's just based on our personal financial situation and what we felt comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, we see people out there that have said they've spent over $30,000. They have really nice, buses. I've seen people say they had less than $5,000, and that was their home. So, more power to you.
Great job.
We
just know we can't.
I need a few more amenities than
can't.
that. So that's where we landed.
Tim originally came up with this crazy idea, by the way, to build a bus. So he looked probably for a couple months.
That was at least a couple.
On a bunch of different sites.
I searched Facebook Marketplace. Those were more local options. Only thing we really had local here was some really beat up options.
Just very limited selection.
Yeah, or dealers, and those were some high prices. I mean, we're talking up to $10,000 for a used up school bus. Another option was I found was called govdeals.com. It is a government liquidation auction site.
I'll link that in the description.
There's a lot of options out there. You can search your area. You can search the entire United States. The one thing I didn't care much about that was they give you a few pictures, very limited description. Usually they don't even tell you the engine size or transmission, but everything's also as is. And so without being able to do any kind of inspection or look around, you don't really know what you're getting. So I kind of passed on those options.
Another site that Tim found that's been really useful is Skoolie.net.
Yeah, so that's an online forum. They have lots of already pre-built buses for sale. They have, options for
Parts.
helping you find parts,
Right.
which we used that for. They have buses ready to build out. So that was another option as well. Again, nothing in our area, and I didn't particularly feel like flying halfway across the country in our current
Pandemic state.
Yeah.
Pass.
So we also looked on eBay. So that's a well-established auction site. There are options locally. There were options, farther out, which again, I didn't want to do any major travel at this time. So we found something 2.5 hours away from us, and I had some conversation with the seller and made an offer. They accepted. We bought a bus.
Link to that video right here.
One thing we knew we were going to use a lot of is water, and we estimate a minimum 100-gallon tank. So we want to stay off-grid for 2 weeks at a time. And one thing that we like are our showers.
So much.
We're
going to struggle with the shower thing. If you can give us any tips on water conservation and quick shower tips, we need to know because I need a shower every day.
I'm used to 2 a day, sometimes 3 depending on what I get into. But, any tips you have other than a case of baby wipes, I'd love to hear it because we definitely cannot go multiple days without showers.
That is one of my biggest concerns.
I don't like to be stinky or
It's
dirty.
not running out of gas. It's not breaking down.
Yeah,
it's none of those things.
We can do all that as long as we can get a shower
I just
after.
want to take a shower.
So we're definitely having a minimum of 100 gallons of fresh water. We do not want a black water tank, so we definitely are on board with a composting toilet.
But we are not on board with spending $1,000. Sorry, nature head lovers, can't do it. It's not in the budget.
We have another idea, so we'll share that later on.
Yeah.
Another thing we know we need is a wood-burning stove. We do have propane. We will use that for hot water. We will use that for cooking. But
we don't want to rely on propane for keeping us warm.
So that way, we'll definitely use a wood-burning stove. I think that's a better choice for us. One of the last things was, the kitchen. We're not skimping on our kitchen. We don't personally like the idea of the small refrigerators that are basically like a plug-in cooler. I like my food. I like to eat.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to keep 2 weeks worth of food with me. So we plan on like an apartment size 3/4, I believe it's called, fridge.
It'll use more electricity, but
we plan to have a decent solar system. So
again, we're not skimping on that.
And the last thing was we got to have an oven. For everyone out there that just relies off of a 2-burner cooktop or 1-burner cooktop, props to you. But I like to cook. I like to eat.
We need
gotta
an
have
oven.
an oven. That leads us to where are we at currently?
Right now, with the items that we have purchased, including the bus, we are at a grand total of $4,032.93.
So that includes the bus, the purchase of the bus. That includes the title transfer, also including the conversion to a motorhome in the title, and the tag. What other items do we have that we have already purchased?
We have also purchased roof sealant, the cooling coat that goes on the top of the roof, rust converter for the floors inside the bus.
We've also got the paint to go on top of that.
Yes. Other than that, we have our stove with the oven. We recently purchased that. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that. Do you want to tell them about that awesome deal?
So we found on the marketplace a Dometic.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's like their top of the line unit. And it was brand new in the box.
$400. Original price
$1,200.
$1,200.
So
Keeping it on budget.
that's right. So we saved some money there.
We also have all of the items that we used in our last video for the windows. Butyl tape, weather stripping, and then miscellaneous screws and the caulking. All of that stuff that we needed.
Also includes all the metal we purchased for filling in the window blanks. So we've made a small dent in our purchases, but I think we're well on track to stay close to our budget. Which leads us to what the other side of the spreadsheet says is what we estimated everything that was going to cost us and what that grand total is. So remember we said when we started on this grand adventure, we felt comfortable spending $15,000. Well, after we bought our bus and started going through all the little knickknacks and items we'd have to purchase, we come up with a slightly different grand total.
Our total estimate for our expenses comes to $21,145.
So we've got a little work to do to get that
Shave
number
some of
down.
that off. And we can do it. We're definitely going to do it. But we're being realistic.
Yeah.
We're giving ourselves plenty of room, wiggle room for overestimating costs so that we don't get any last minute surprises. Famous last word.
You know, some of the items that we tried to estimate high on are the solar system. We're going to spend more money on the solar system than we spent on the bus.
We also have electrical, plumbing, all of these things they add up. You have a deck on top of the bus. You have your water tanks. One of our other big ticket items is flooring. Now, we have budgeted $2,000 for flooring. There is no way I'm spending $2,000 on floors. We'll be way under that with awesome floors and it's going to look great. But again, we're trying to give ourselves some cushion to make sure that we're being realistic about our budget. We also have tires.
We need tires.
We need tires.
That's a pretty decent amount of money as well. We budgeted, what did we budget for tires?
$2,500.
So that's for tires and wheels and install. One thing that's going to help out our budget tremendously is the purchase price.
Yes.
So we actually paid $2,500 for our bus, which I thought was a steal. I see some people get them for cheaper. I see some people spend a lot more. But our bus, I thought that was a deal. Our bus is a 2003 Bluebird. It is a flat front, as you've seen in some of the videos.
And it only had 32,000 miles on it. We were super stoked about the price tag.
Yeah, so we have plenty of mileage left to put on that thing.
So along with the bus, you've seen in our previous videos, there was tons of parts.
Mm-hmm. So we bought our bus from a gentleman that was planning his own conversion. Slightly different type of conversion. And they were planning on putting in RV windows, an RV door. They had purchased a brand new RV toilet, a water tank, black water tanks, just lots of miscellaneous items.
Sink.
Yeah, a sink. Unfortunately, none of those items fit into what we wanted to do. So
we sold them.
We listed them for sale. So for all those items, we sold them for
$585.
So that gets to go back into our budget and helps out. So every little bit helps.
Okay, that's where we are right now with our budget. We will do a follow-up video once we're further along the build process, but we wanted to share our numbers, our figures, be transparent. If you guys have any questions or if you feel we left anything out, leave us a comment, let us know. If you think that we're crazy with where our numbers are, let us know that too. So again, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next Sunday.
Next time.
Don't stop watching just yet. We have some bonus footage. Click like if you enjoyed this video and want more like it. Click that subscribe button. And we also would love you to click notifications so that you don't miss out on our weekly videos.
Live from our bed.
We are in our bed.
I know. Because we may fail miserably. No, but seriously. We need to budget some toothpaste.
I'm about to start sweating.
I know, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Let's take off all our clothes.
My eyes are going everywhere.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Good job, babe. Handle it like a champ. Oh, it's not on.